So a bit of motorway traffic in Belgium. We're on our way for our next stopover, which is a little bit more on the countryside. We just took the most direct route. So we had a lovely night last night at a little harbour stop. So hopefully tonight will be just as good.
Okay, so we're at a gorgeous, very small little campsite. Like it's called a camper plast. In Belgium, just outside a little village called Tiled. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it. But it's really nice. They've got some little goats and Shetland ponies in the field next door. It's quiet, isn't it?
Yeah, it was like nice. 4.9 stars on the parking for night. Because we've got about another 40-minute drive into Bruges tomorrow. So,
we thought we'd just stay here, and you want to watch the football later, don't you, as well?
Football's on later on.
We'll just watch it from like.
Got the satellite up.
Yeah.
Saves on the internet. Although Diane's on Tesco, so she's allowed to roam free, etc. So we'll put the satellite and watch the football later on. And do you want to say about the Bruges? Why we're going to Bruges?
No,
we don't want to say why we're going to Bruges.
We'll tell everybody why we want to Bruges afterwards.
Oh, right, okay. Right, I'll spin you around. And it's got about 12 spots, and then at the top there is a self-service machine, which is farm self-service machine. So it's got eggs, onions, potatoes, strawberries,
I think.
The other one, it's a welcome shack. And then round the corner around here there's a seating area, and there's like a little book and dry area, and I think it's £15 a night. I think that includes electricity, although we don't need electricity because we're fully self-sufficient. But yeah, I messaged the lady on Facebook Messenger, and she's coming to collect the money later on tonight, hopefully. If you do reserve, they'll do like a little plaque outside, so you can choose your one you're going, but it's really good value for money. So on the campsite, well, it's not a campsite, it's just an air, fancy air, fresh water, grey waste, toilet dump. You can hear the cracking in the background, it's because it's got electric fence around it. Oh, the microwave. How lovely is this? You can see obviously there's loads and loads of information around the area. There you go. People have been here before. On the road again. Dennis Nancy. Camperstop.com. And then their own farm vending machine with eggs and onions and potatoes.
Hello? Who are you? Oh, aren't you all beautiful? I know. Oh, look. These and the daddies.
So I've had to move around the back of the van because it's got too hot. It's up to, it says 31 degrees. Don't feel like 31 degrees, but the sun is really, really hot. So I've moved around the back, get some shade. And if you can hear, there's frogs and a motorbike. Frogs go on the other side of that pond, which is the landowner's little farm. It is where they've used some of their land. We're just chilling out.
Beste Valerie, wat denk je?
Oh, there's the price list,
Yeah.
look.
Ice creams.
Our main purpose for going to Bruges was to get Bonnie a pet passport. We visited a vet's there, which we'd pre-booked before we'd come on holiday, and for a rabies booster, issue of the pet passport, and also her worming tablet for return to UK, it cost €103. Excellent service.
And we just went underneath the Bonifacius Bridge, just there, which is also the smallest bridge of Bruges. And we also call it the Lover's Bridge, because a lot of people that are gonna marry love to take pictures on it. Also marriage proposals happen there once in a while. It is a pretty young bridge, built in 1911, which is quite young for Bruges. And behind the bridge, a beautiful view of the old St. John's Hospital on the right side. Dus oplet hier een beetje het lage blok, so just be careful. You ain't seen nothing yet. It's gonna get worse. And this is here the old St. John's Hospital, also one of the best preserved medieval hospitals of Europe. It is founded in the 12th century and it served as a hospital until 1976. Have lots of swans hanging out here. Of course, this is also one of the places where the swans get fed. So we actually have around 60 swans living in, but also around Bruges. They are protected by the city. They also get nourished by the city. Swans have been part of the Bruges scenery since the 15th century. So this is actually the oldest church on our left, St. Saviour's Cathedral. The foundations go back to the 10th century. In those days it started as being a small chapel. Don't stand up. And also all the houses here on our right side are private houses of the 17th and the 18th century. A little spy window, there it is. Do you see it? That's the smallest Gothic window of Bruges. And also here the next bridge, the Bruges Bridge, is built in 3 parts in 3 centuries. This part is from the 17th century, middle 16th, and last part 15th century with the stalactites. And there we also have the Groningen Museum on the other side of the street with the blue gate, which is also a painting museum. A beautiful collection of paintings from Belgium and the Netherlands from the 15th until the 20th century. And this is also a beautiful spot here, the Rosary Quay. And this also here used to be the salt port in the Middle Ages. This is also one of the most photographed spots of Bruges. If you have the time, it's really nice to go up the tower. You can stand underneath the bells, that's the highest point. You do have to deal with 366 steps, no elevator. But it's really worth it. A beautiful view of Bruges and his surroundings. You can also see the North Sea when you're up there, 15 kilometers away, 15. And also here the next bridge coming up is one of the oldest ones. This is the May Bridge. And this bridge is built in the 14th century. It's 700 years old, the next bridge. A beautiful old bridge, the Horse Bridge. This one also stands on many postcards, paintings of Bruges, the Horse Bridge. In total we have around 43 little bridges in the inner town. We have this Anne's Quarter, and we also call this here the Lost Corner of Bruges. And if you have the time, I highly recommend you to come here to wander around. Bruges is very small, so it just takes 5 to 10 minutes walk from the Burg or the Market Square to here. And behind the Look House is the Lake of Love. The water level is also 1 meter higher on the other side.
I think it was the right first time. That's their light one. That's their local beer. I can't remember which 2 how these work around, but one of them contains cinnamon. So you should start with that one.
That's got something in it. That one's got, has that got cinnamon in it?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's got, it has. Am I going along?
At this stage, Diane knew she'd fucked up.
That's their local one.
Is it? They're both quite bitter. These 2 are the nicest. Now you try. Right, we're going to try them then.
very sweet, very sweet.
I think that's the one that's got cinnamon in it.
That's like fruity.
Yeah.
That's a local one.
I didn't like that.
It's alright, it's a bit stoutish.
It's stouty, is it?
Oh, I don't like that.
I like that one.
But my two will be them ones. Enjoy that.
Yeah.
You feel a little bit cut, because I do.
A little bit what?
Cut.
I don't have two things.
One of them was 10%.
Is that a lot?
Strong.
Is it?
Beautiful. So this is obviously the main square. How impressive is that? Tilting tower?
You know, we were on the boat.
Alright.
And she said one of the towers leans like it's out by a metre from the bottom to the top.
Of how much pee we've had, I don't know, would they tell them?
It definitely is.
I'm not relying on that for you.
to the beaches of Dunkirk. We've been in the Dunkirk Museum this morning. It's just hard to imagine what they all must have felt like when they saw all the boats, and the little boats especially, coming to try and rescue them and evacuate them.
Bit of Spandau.
Come back again.
What's going on?
I don't know.
So from a distance, these all look like poppies. And it's just out the back of the Modern Art Museum.
They're just bits of concrete dipped in paint. I think you pronounce it graveline. Right, so that's our holiday finished. We're just waiting to board the ferry.
Obviously by our accents you can tell we live in the northeast of England, and we've got quite a journey back home. We've got a private hospital appointment tomorrow for one of dying relatives, so yeah, we've got to get back for that, haven't we? Sort that out. So it's probably about a 6 to 7 hour journey back, I would say, maybe it's 8 hours. We'll stop off, have a kip on the way. I'll have some rest day on the way back.
you will have a kip.
I'll have a kip on the back, on the rest back.
But we've had a lovely holiday. I think my favourite place was, or one of the favourite places was Annecy, and that's where we'd aimed to get to. So we had 4 or 5 days there. Really nice, wasn't it, the area?
Yeah.
And on the way back up we went via Alsace, and some of the little places there that we saw were gorgeous. We went to Kaisersberg and Aguisham, I think you pronounce it.
Aguisham.
Both very medieval little
quite
towns.
touristy, but nevertheless.
But not
nice.
as busy as Colmar. We've been
No.
to there. We've been there before, and that was just heaving, wasn't it? So I preferred the smaller ones. They were lovely, and we were pleasantly surprised with Bruges, weren't we?
Bruges is one of my favourite places, one of the nicest cities.
I wasn't expecting it to be.
No. It's quite small,
Be so nice.
touristy, but clean touristy. I can imagine the summer, in the height of summer, getting very, very busy. But it was really nice, and I enjoyed going to the Bruges.
It was the Beer Museum, wasn't it?
You can go to the museum, just headed straight to the bar, and we were a little bit tipsy in the bar, didn't we?
We did, just a little bit.
But that was nice. So yeah, that's our journey.
So we're really pleased. We managed to get Bonnie an EU passport in Belgium.
Bonnie looks pleased about what you can tell.
She couldn't give it stuff, could she?
Yeah.
So we managed to come back in on the passport, or get through customs here on the passport, because the vet was happy to put the rabies booster that she gave her on Friday. She was happy to put that down as a booster, because I took Bonnie's vaccination history from her own vets, which showed when her last
So we didn't have to
vaccine
come
was.
back on the animal health certificate, is it? Yeah.
She did fill it in though as well, just
Yeah.
in case there was a problem.
She knew exactly what she was doing, didn't she?
So
Because she said, I'll fill it in and then you can use the animal health if there is a problem. So she covered both bases.
It was a lady called Leave. She was really, really nice, very efficient.
Yeah, she was taking calls constantly, wasn't she? From other
English-speaking people, asking about them.
And the cost was?
So for Bonnie's worming tablet, for her passport and for a rabies vaccination, it was €103. We were happy with that, weren't we?
Very happy.
She was. I'm not bothered about scouting round to see who's the cheapest. Particularly, we were just really happy that we could get her the pet passport. So. And
some of the, like our own vets originally quoted us
£260. That was for the animal health certificate.
Which obviously we didn't.
But we've always used Abbey Well in Folkestone for the animal health certificate. So definitely we would recommend that. Obviously we won't need that now that we've got the passport for her.
I was working out whether it was going to be economically viable since the age of Bonnie.
Bonnie, don't listen to him. Don't listen.
But she's in good health, so we'll probably have a few years more.
Yeah.
Even though she's getting on now.
Well, even just 2 trips would pay for it, wouldn't it?
But you haven't got the inconvenience of having to stop. You just go straight through, haven't you?
Yeah.
So that's it. France done. Where next?
Yeah, for another time. So we'll have to start planning our next trip, won't we?
Where we're going?
Well, in the van I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know where we're going yet.
Yeah, we're going to Montenegro. So we might take a couple of small videos, a couple of shorts or something like that, to see what that's all about. It's supposed to be nice. So if you liked the video, please consider liking and subscribing.